And I almost walked up and said to him, you do understand that that is the introvert's chair and that I am in need of it, so you need to get out. But I thought better of it. I felt that that might appear a bit entitled. So, oh my gosh, with the breeze, it does not get better than this weather-wise. The cute pumpkins that I love so very much. Good morning. Everything is just ready for a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? How perfect is that? Oh, that beautiful horse.
Please step carefully onto the moving platform. Then stairs, which will open and close.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around tomorrow.
Presented by Enterprise. I'm Black 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky. The absolute best way to see Tomorrowland. And my stars, is there ever lots to see? From spacecraft to monster, keeps on rolling through the future. Right by two of my favorite spots.
Speedway and Tron Light Cycle Run.
I love a good circuit. And these are two of the best tracks in the cosmos for a bit of light, speedy competition.
There's Stitch, just strolling by himself, going away to think about his choices. You know, sometimes you just need a break. Space Mountain is only a 20-minute wait, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that because why not? I can do 20 minutes. Okay, so that was not a 20-minute wait, that was a 10-minute wait. Which essentially would have been the same amount of time if I had had a lightning lane for it. So I'm really glad I just did standby. But yeah, sun's coming out now. What a great day. If you're running the Walt Disney World Marathon in January, these are my favorite marathon bathrooms.
You can do hard sorting Ariel's human stuff. This is a great paint. And speaking of paint, Ariel traded her here for.
So I really like the Little Mermaid ride. I've always liked it, and it was a walk-on, so that's really fun. Brief little pit stop to put my sun hat on because the sun is out in full force now. It's definitely warmer than it was earlier, and my dermatologist will appreciate me putting my sun hat on. Here we go. Very excited to do this.
Almost ready to begin. So just choose a row and sit your bare bottom down. No, choose a row and slide all the way across.
Okay, so really quick, my review of the updated Country Bear Jamboree. And before I tell you, you need to understand that I am an OG Country Bear person back from California. I rode it a lot when I was a kid. Huge family memories in that attraction. Holds a very dear place in my heart. However, I did recognize that things were in a sad need of updating. I love what they did with it. It's adorable. The fact that they had Try Everything, which was like one of the first songs, it was like my theme song when I first started my channel. It was just amazing. So definitely you want to go and see the new updated Country Bear Jamboree. Your kids will love it because the songs are all ones that little kids know. Everybody was singing along. The bears looked great. And as per usual, I choose the bear. Finally, I can hear the train. So I'm gonna try to ride the train before I walk over to the Grand Floridian for my lunch reservation. But Tiki Room was great, per usual. I always think of my friend, Dr. Sarah Merrill, because she hates the Tiki Room, but she always does it for me. So I sent her a picture, so she knew I was thinking of her. Okay, actually I changed my mind. I will hopefully ride the train this afternoon when I get back. But it's about 11:20, and I think the walkway is open to the Magic Kingdom, or to the Magic Kingdom, I'm in the Magic Kingdom, to the Grand Floridian, and then I will ride the train later, because it takes like 15 minutes to walk. I might want to look around the Grand Floridian for a minute, and so yeah, Magic Kingdom, I'll see you after lunch.
Stops along the way in Frontierland and Fantasyland. 6.
Okay, the walkway is open, and I'm very excited about that because this is one of my favorite newer things that they've done here, is this walkway. I just love it. I love any time I can use my own 2 feet because it's always available. So interesting. I want to talk about being in the Emporium. It's so strange to me because back in the day, that would have been such a big, like, I would have spent a good deal of time in there, like looking at pins and looking at new merch, and now just none of that appeals to me anymore, and I'm just saving so much money. So yeah, I'm just saving a lot of money, and the reality is that, you know, a lot of what I decluttered was stuff that I bought here. And it served its purpose. There was a time in my life when I really loved that stuff. I'm not mad that I bought it, but I'm also very happy that I've like freed myself up of that sort of collecting. So if you're into that, I love that for you. It's just not for me anymore. This walk, oh my gosh, monorail, peeking through the trees over there. I'm gonna take my time, take some footage for you guys, but kind of how I felt. I can hear the train when I got to Animal Kingdom Lodge yesterday. Just kind of take a break. Also, I think today was a perfect example of the fact that if you don't want to be bothered with being on your phone and the lightning lanes and the pre-planning and all of this stuff, if you choose when you come into the parks, well, you can have a morning and walk on everything. Oh, pretty butterfly, and do none of that. So I had no lightning lanes for this morning, didn't even try, and I was able to do everything that I wanted to do. So, you know, if you're not crazy about necessarily getting in all of the top tier attractions, and you can have kind of a grandma energy morning like I just had, you can still have a beautiful time here and not spend a dime extra than your admission, as long as you're not coming during a super busy time. So again, the mornings when there's a Halloween party is a good way to go. I went on a rant on Instagram a few days ago, just talking about the whole overly engineered everything. It gets just exhausting. And to me, it's not even just the overly engineered piece of it. It's how they're constantly changing the rules on us. So you feel like you just figured it out and they changed the rules. But for this trip, I just want to kind of prove to myself that I could just come and not really have any concrete plans at all and still have a really enjoyable time. So I could have gotten on that boat, but the walk isn't terrible. There's a monorail. Oh, now we've got a red monorail coming up. Very nice, very nice. One of the reasons that I don't do much Disney parks content anymore is just the cost of everything. Not when, like that room I stayed in last night was $471, and that was with a significant pass holder discount. I can't imagine what that room cost rack rate, like $600. I just can't, it's crazy. Now, these next 2 nights, I'm using my DVC points. There's the electrical water pageant barges back there. So it's included, and we have 225 DVC points, and we pay, I think, $168 a month in dues. And we paid cash when we bought both of our contracts, so we don't have a payment. So for me, it does work out, but if I had to come here and didn't have DVC points, I wouldn't have any parks content. So that sound you hear is the monorail. It's expensive. So if you watch a content creator that you really love, that comes to the Disney parks a lot, if they have Patreon or membership or whatever, support them. Because you've probably noticed, like, there used to be so many more people that did, traveled to Disney and made content. You still have people like my friend Bethany Vinton. You have Kayla and Mark Allen that I introduced you to last night, but it's just not as big of a thing anymore because it's just become cost prohibitive for people. And just like that, that was not even 10 minutes, I don't think. A good stretch of the legs. Not advisable if it's not 80 degrees like it is right now, like if it were 90 or 95 or 100. But for right now, this will work. Hello, Grand Floridian. The Grand Floridian lobby is doing its best Grand Floridian self. So pretty. I'm so glad when they redid this that they stuck with the original vibe, that nothing was, it's still very traditional, and I love that. I feel like if they had modernized it too much, it would have made me sad. I love the antique pieces, the furniture, which a lot of it was refreshed, but it was refreshed with pieces that were very similar to what was already here, and that makes me really happy. Piano player isn't out. Oh, Pluto's on the floor with the baby. Pluto's here, Donald's here. Lots of fun going on. So I'm just over here in the corner waiting to check into my reservation. And fun story, my dad was the one who used to have us do lunch outside of the parks at the resorts. Like the very first time we ever came to Walt Disney World, which I think was in 1982, I think I was 12. We ate lunch at the Polynesian because he felt like it was just more dignified to get out of the parks, go to a nice sit-down restaurant, take a break in the air conditioning, and he was so right. And it's something we always did with our kids, and I do now when I'm alone. And yeah, it's a little bit of a hassle to actually leave the park, but I feel like if you can't actually go back to your resort midday for a break, which is preferable for me anyway, especially when you have kids, coming to a nice air-conditioned civilized lunch with a server at a table, which you can do in the parks, but I just think the restaurants in the monorail loop are much better. I love Grand Floridian Cafe for this, I love Kona Cafe for this, and I love Steakhouse 51 for this. Steakhouse 51 has the best vegetarian meal on property, in my opinion. In fact, I may see if I can get a reservation there for dinner. It's gonna be that kind of day. They have a vegetarian beef Wellington that the chef there, she developed. It took her like 10 years to develop it. I don't remember the exact story, but I do know it is so very good. So even if you're not a vegetarian, try the vegetarian beef Wellington at Steakhouse 71. Now I think I am just gonna have a Cobb salad, but it sounds so good right now. And maybe a glass of Chardonnay. So, sorry, wonky hat. Amazing lunch. Hold on. So, monorail. Whoops, there it is. Hello. That was the craziest thing. So I'm sat there at lunch. This hat is just gonna be doing all kind of weird stuff, but the women next to me, I overheard them talking. Well, so first I see on Instagram the Jenna Fisher interview where she's talking about her breast cancer treatment for the first time. Jenna Fisher, who was Pam on The Office. And then I start chatting with the women next to me because they bring that up. One of them is going through breast cancer treatment right now. The other one is a 2-time breast cancer survivor. And we start talking about advocacy and all the things. And then my server tells us she is also a breast cancer survivor. Her name is Loretta. She works at the Grand Floridian cafe. And that the reason that they live in Orlando is when she was done with her breast cancer treatment, they came here for a celebratory weekend. And her husband said he saw more life in her than he had seen in a year and a half. And while all that is happening, Taylor, who is one of my interior designers, sends me a message telling me that she found an imaging center that'll do breast MRIs for $359. I had issues getting insurance. They did finally cover it, but getting insurance to cover my MRI last year, which was recommended by my breast surgeon, and it was a whole thing. And I was just like, what are the odds? So this will probably go up during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October. So, you know, if you, Monorail, if you haven't had your mammogram, schedule your mammogram. If you have dense breast tissue, ask for an ultrasound. If the ultrasound is inconclusive, as was mine, push for the breast MRI. If your insurance won't pay for the breast MRI, look for one of these imaging centers that will do it for cash. The one predominant message from so you're talking about 4 different women, myself and the server and the 2 other women, was you have to be your own advocate. That is the only path forward. The server was saying that they did not want to do the radical mastectomy, but in her heart, she knew they needed to do it. They did it, and they found cancer in her other breast. The breast, they said, was fine. So, you know, get your medical care taken care of. Advocate for your own health. And for God's sake, take it seriously. Because I'm telling you, that was just the wildest. I'm glad that I'm open to things coming up like that, because that was crazy. Anyway, now back to Magic Kingdom. Monorail Peach. Hello, Monorail Peach. Sometimes one of you will message me and be like, you know, I took the morning off at our resort to lay by the pool, or I took the afternoon to do a monorail shopping trip and just relax. And I thought, this is very Gem LaForge. And let me tell you, if I can be known for one thing, okay, 2 things. The decluttering thing, I'm good with that. And I'm good for being known for how to come on a Walt Disney World vacation and actually take a vacation. It is possible. Can you hear the train? Ah! Also, this hat just has a personality of its own. Like, you can try to make it do what you want it to do, but she's gonna do what she wants to do. Also, while I'm walking, I should give you a full review of the Grand Floridian Cafe. Service was fantastic. Food was very good. I got the Cobb salad with no turkey, no bacon. The key lime bar was excellent. So I had Chardonnay salad, key lime bar, or key lime pie bar or something, and coffee. And it was just perfect. Exactly the right amount of food. I don't feel stuffed. I feel happy. I feel well hydrated and ready for whatever the afternoon may bring. What color is that one? Blue. But we are just really collecting the monorail sightings this afternoon, aren't we? There's too much going on at the same time. I can't handle it. The train and the band and all the things.
the band for her big party. She made me promise to tell you folks. You're invited.
Bubbles. A lot of bubbles. A lot of bubbles. So I've come to the introverts bench, which is if you are an introvert and you are in Magic Kingdom and you need a time out, you don't have to be on a solo trip for the introverts bench to work. You could be with a family reunion with 30 people. So here's where we are. We're right in between Country Bear Jamboree and whatever is. So there we go. Pecos Bill and Country Bear Jamboree. Like I can see the exit for Country Bear Jamboree. And it's just this little bench. I've taken work calls here. I've talked to my lawyer here. I've cried on a phone call here. It's perfection. I walked by here earlier and there was someone sitting here and I was rather put out, and I almost walked up and said to him, you do understand that that is the introvert's chair and that I am in need of it, so you need to get out. But I thought better of it. I felt that that might appear a bit entitled. So anyway, if you ever need it, it's here. Hey. Thank you, Jack. Oh, wow. Look at that storm cloud. It looks like it's just over the Haunted Mansion. Ah, scary. There's no horse. Look, no horse. Very scary. Standby line right now for this attraction is 35 minutes. It's not bad. Love it. Hey guys! So I'm gonna swing by and see if Pirates is up and running again. I have a boarding group for Tiana's. I got it at about, 7:15 this morning. That's up right now, but the weather has changed dramatically. And it's now, it's probably 84, but in the direct sun, it's hot. And the virtual queue for Tiana's is out in the sun. I'm just not sure that I want that. So I'm gonna cut through and see if Pirates is up and running again. And if it is, I'm gonna do that. And then I purchased the individual lightning lane for Tiana at 4. And I got some ice water, so I need to cool off a little bit, I think. And Pirates just reopened, so I'm gonna go get on it. That'll be fun.
Welcome aboard.
I'm so excited. Let's see if I can see. Oh, there we go. Decided to ride Big Thunder because it only has a 25-minute standby. So we'll see if it's really 25 minutes or if it's longer or shorter or whatever. So I decided to do the virtual queue first, and then I'll do my lightning lane because I got to see the whole queue. It is so adorable. Oh my gosh. A letter to her from her dad, and they've got her kitchen, and it's a little girl behind us in line, and it's her 6th birthday. She's 6. that ride. I rode it twice. So I rode it, the first time I didn't film at all. The second time I filmed most of it. Mostly because I wanted to watch it back for myself because I felt like I missed some things the first time. The animatronics are so adorable. I particularly loved this one frog. I don't know if he has a name, but he was so freaking cute. So there's this part where you shrink and the frog has my heart. Anyway, so well done, you guys. I enjoyed it so much. I'm so glad I got to ride it twice. There it is. It just made it. And the first time I rode it, I rode with a family, and it was their daughter's 6th birthday, and she was absolutely adorable. So that made it super fun. Just what a great Magic Kingdom day. Now I'm headed back to check into my DVC room, and I don't know what I'm doing for dinner. I need to figure something out, so may check and see what reservations are available. I wouldn't hate going to Sanaa, because that's one of my favorite restaurants on property. So yeah, I'll see if they have room for little old me. Also, the party crowds are now able to come in, and it's a little like 10 after 5. The park closes to day guests at 6, but this is a very light crowd day. The whole day has been like this. Like there was a small moment that felt a little bit crowded this afternoon, but for the most part, it has been easy going. Everything has been rideable. Even if you didn't do Lightning Lane, you still could have ridden everything you wanted to ride today. So very fun. Hello, I'm a bit messy. I just got to my DVC studio. First time staying in a Jumbo House DVC studio. I'm very excited. This is a lock off, so there's no connecting door. I did hear some noise last night in my Animal Kingdom Lodge room, which I'm still at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but I'm in a different type of room now. You do not have to be a DVC member to stay in one of these rooms. You can just book them through regular reservations. But now I'm staying on like my included room. So these were points that were going to expire December 1st. So tonight and tomorrow night we're here, and it's just so beautiful. Savannah view. I'm on the 5th floor this time, and I'm going to give you the room number. Hang on just a second. Okay, this is room 5239, and Savannah is an actual category, and you pay a lot more points for the Savannah View room, but I love it. So hold on and I'll show you around. Okay, so first of all, it's quite big. When you first come in, there is a coat closet with an ironing board, which is great. And then you have a kitchenette, which if you're like a family of 5 staying in one room, although I think you can only fit 4 in this room, the kitchenette is really nice. And you have a regular coffee pot instead of a Keurig. You have a regular refrigerator instead of a chiller, and it even has a little freezer compartment, so that's really nice. You have a sink out here, which is great if you have multiple family members getting ready at the same time, or people who, you know, need to wash hands and whatnot. Paper towels up there, only paper goods in this one. Some of the DVC, let me see if they have them up here. Some of the DVC studios have like regular coffee cups, which I would love, and I probably could ask for, but they don't have, they just have the paper cups, and then you have your trash under there. So that's really, really nice. Love me a little kitchenette. Come over here, you've got the bathroom, double sinks, really nice. Not as many amenities as I had in the other room, but that's okay. This is fine. And then really pretty shower. Again, we have a shower curtain and not a shower door. And we have the Disney body wash. Now they have the H2O. Oh no, this is H2O too. It had different packaging on the one in the hotel side. So anyway, I'm in the same area, so I don't know how they differentiate like which is DVC and which is the regular rooms. I mean, obviously they know, but there is a full-length mirror in this one. There wasn't a full-length mirror in the one I was in this morning, so there you go. And then we've got a queen size bed. Really cool artwork over the bed. It's like a wall hanging. And then a map of the continent of Africa, which is very, very cool. And then the hide-a-bed. Now, I think the plan is eventually they'll be switching these over to the Murphy beds. You can ask for a mattress topper. I have heard that these hide-a-beds are not at all comfortable. I will obviously be sleeping in the bed, but you know, just in case you stay here. A little bench over here that I think has storage. Yes, it does, which is very, very handy. Whoops, you need to close. And then you have a armoire with an extra pillow and blanket. Your, is it an iron or a steamer? Actual iron. Your blow dryer, all of that. We have 2 ironing boards, which is interesting. I guess I could really do a lot of ironing. Dresser here with nice deep drawers, good storage, little niches there. Welcome home, LaForge family. And then more artwork. Oh, I didn't turn this lamp on. I intended to, but I didn't do it. Wonder where is it just a regular, et voila. Really beautiful. I love that these textile wall hangings. Those are really cool. And really beautiful lamp, little bedside table. And then over here you have a desk and another mirror, lamps on either side. Really pretty like valance situation going on. And then out here we have our Savannah. Let's check it out. Looks like we've got some cattle out there. Oh, looks like, is that a wildebeest, I think? Yes, we've got the wildebeest out here. I don't see my bird friends from earlier are gone, and there's, as of right now, there's no giraffes and zebras out, but I'm sure they'll be out later. So yeah, very happy to be here. 2 nights here, and I just made reservations for myself at Jico for dinner. Love it there. I've eaten there multiple times. It's a fabulous restaurant. They have a superb African wine list. So I'm gonna have at least 1 glass of wine, maybe 2. The concierge downstairs recommended the sea bass. He said it's really, really good. And I'm a fish girl, so I may do the sea bass. And it'll just be lovely to have, you know, a sit down, beautiful meal. So we're here. I'm happy. By we, I mean me, but also you guys. That was a day. I was at Magic Kingdom a lot longer than I had anticipated, but the crowds were so low and I was just having such a good time. And I don't know, it was a really good day, but I think I'm gonna sleep really good tonight. I was just sitting here putting my feet up and took my eyes off the Savannah for a minute, and look who showed up. My new best friend. It's the giraffe. So fun. So I'm almost exactly 2 floors up from where I was last night, so that's convenient. I kind of like being on the 3rd floor better because you can see the animals like on the same level, which is very cool, but this is fun too. Oh, here comes a zebra. When I go through my phone from this trip, I will say approximately 1 million times, why did I take so much video of the animals? Oh, there's another zebra. This is why, because they're adorable and I love them. Let's zoom in on those guys. Look at them, they're so cute. Hey guys. Hey Pluto, how are you? Good day? Yeah? Did you eat lunch yet? Yes, you did. Okay, good. And you're full. That's good. It's good to eat before you go to work, right?